Welcome to Audio Gear World. So let's talk about Baby Audio. So Baby Audio has released a new plugin called Crystalline. Now Crystalline is a reverb plugin, an algorithmic reverb plugin to be precise. So let's take a quick look at what it has to offer. Now, should you be interested, there is a link in the description. Go check it out. Now, let's take a look at Crystalline. So this is what it looks like. Let me first say that it is available on Windows and Mac, and you can use it in basically any of the major DAWs out there. Now, let's take a look at the interface. Now, it is resizable, which is always nice. You can also change the theme from light to dark and back, of course. Now, one thing you might notice is that it is very clearly laid out. It's very easy to understand. So even if you're not very experienced with reverb plugins, I still think you might find your way around this plugin. Okay, let's start here in the middle. First of all, we have start and end settings. So the start basically sets the pre-delay and the end basically sets the overall decay time. One nice touch is that both of them can be synced to the tempo of the song. So again, that's a very nice touch. Now just below that, we're seeing some output settings. To the left, we're seeing a ducker. This is something we're seeing on more and more reverb plugins nowadays. It's very nice that Crystalline also has this function. There's also a reverse function, so we can reverse the reverb effect. We can also freeze the reverb effect. And to the right, we're seeing a dry-wet slider. Now over here we have reflections, so with size we can kind of set the room size. With sparkle we can emphasize some higher frequencies, and with width, of course, we can set the stereo width. And then here we have depth. Now we can change the resolution. If you set it all the way to the right, you will get a very clean sound. That might not be what we want in every situation. So if you set it all the way to the left, you will get a kind of more saturated sound. And if you set it in the middle, of course, it's going to be somewhere in between. Now with modulation, we can add some modulation. And with that, we can kind of thicken the sound a little bit. And with Shimmer, well, Shimmer is a pretty special effect. If you activate Shimmer, the higher frequencies of the reverb will decay a bit longer than all the other frequencies, and with that you can create a very interesting effect. Now then here we have the cleanup section. Cleanup is kind of the filter section of this plugin. So with damping we can remove some higher frequencies and some lower frequencies. Sides is a pretty special one. It's a kind of high pass filter / mid-side filtering thing. So you can remove stereo information from the lower frequencies. The mono information is still there, but you're removing the stereo information, and of course the higher frequencies are left alone entirely. So that's a very clever, very useful feature. And then finally to the right we have a gate function. Now and then finally here we have the shape section, which is an entire section that you won't see on every reverb plugin. So with tone we can make the sound either a bit brighter or a bit darker. With smoothing we can attenuate some of those frequencies that might be a little bit harsh, so we can smoothen it out a little bit. And with transient we can focus either on the transients of the sound or more on the sustain. So, you know, very interesting stuff there. Now, of course, this thing also comes with a bunch of presets, but that is basically the entire interface of Crystalline. Now, let me just say in conclusion, again, this thing is very user-friendly if you ask me. It is very clearly laid out, very easy to understand, very easy to use. It is also very versatile. I mean, this thing comes with a bunch of features that you won't see on just any reverb plugin. So there's a lot we can do with this in terms of creating reverbs. And on top of that, most importantly, it sounds pretty good. So all in all, if you're looking for a reverb plugin, well, this is definitely one to check out. Okay, so that is it for now about Crystalline by Baby Audio. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.